Hello, my fellow nerds out there. It's Oracle and Richie, and welcome back to Butterfly Soup 2. Where we last left off, we finished off Min, I believe it was Min's perspective, and now we're going to be going through Noelle's perspective. So I'm guessing this was Noelle's perspective when she was a kid, I suppose, considering the way the classroom looks. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really good at reading I'm not really sure what words, Richard, use them. I'm not really sure what language this is, so I'm just gonna read the English. The first phrase is mirror. Noelle copies down the unfamiliar characters on the board stroke by stroke. What did it look like again? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to remember? Oh no! Oh, I never learned this language. I'm probably terrible at whatever. Wait, isn't it? I want to say it might be Chinese, but I don't want to offend anybody. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Wait, can't it just go back? Oh, it just does that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just replayed the animation. So yeah, it is Chinese. So wait, can I just take a picture of this so I can remember what it looks like? There we go. There we go. I got it. All right, moving forward. Okay, wait, comparing it. It was definitely this. Noelle writes it down, then checks it against the words on the board. Got it right. Now for the next one. Next phrase is admit. Oh god, I'm gonna have to be taking pictures of all this. I'm learning Chinese as I go, apparently, as well. I never thought I'd see the day. You should already know recognize. Its meaning is. Oh wait, that's supposed to say recognize, right? Recognize means to bear or to carry, or whatever that says. I actually don't know if that's recognize or not. I think I should probably start learning some of these languages. This would be easier if Chinese words used in alphabet like most languages. It infuriates me how you can't tell how a Chinese character is pronounced by the way it looks. You're forced to learn every single word twice, how it sounds and what it looks like. It's wildly inefficient. I mean, sure, but then again, that's how they learn the language. Everywhere in the world has a different way of learning their own language. And a lot of people like to say that English is the hardest language in the world. I mean, sure, it might not be the hardest for ones who speak English natively, or like normally speak English anyways. But for someone who's like, let's say they're from Italy, for example, and they spoke fluent Italian for a majority of their lives, they're not going to know how to speak English, at least not yet, because they speak fluent Italian. They never really learned the language. So, but it's not really. It wouldn't be too hard to teach other people about the language, right? Like how everything works. I mean. Though then again, there is this one example that I remember. I was watching a video the other day, and apparently there's actually one segment where it said sayonara was actually used in colloquial English since the 1800s. So like, even though sayonara is Japanese in origin. So I don't know, maybe language is just fluid. Maybe like language can be like interpreted many different ways, and we take words from other languages and put them into our own, and it just I'm stumbling over my own words again. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't hurt to learn a second or third language, but some might be harder than others. And I think I can completely understand why. I took Italian for a good while. Like, I didn't take take it because it was similar to Spanish. I took it because I was interested in it. Right. A couple hours into the lesson, a kid towards the back of the room raises his hand. Teacher, how many Chinese characters are there? At least 80,000. Jesus Christ. Like, that is a lot. My God, dude, 80,000 in Chinese language, but America only has 26 letters. There's only 26 letters in the alphabet for us goofy Americans. China has 80,000 characters. Good luck learning that in school. We in America have it lucky, you know. We're lucky we only have 26 letters. The rest of the world, China, they have like 80,000 characters. My God. And I actually just learned this today. I actually didn't know that. 80,000? Don't worry, most educated people only know about 8,000. 8,000 is still a mind-boggling number. After school, Noelle does her weekly packet of Chinese homework at the kitchen table. I spent every Saturday since kindergarten tediously memorizing a few characters at a time, but it's barely even a dent. After all these years, I still can't even read the book or newspaper. At this pace, it's hard to imagine I'll ever be able to do it. Noelle, what is this? Whoa, who is this? Mom, oh, that's Noelle's mom? Oh, she was the one that was a bit of a dick in the last game. Oh, I can kind of see why now. Noelle looks up to see her mom holding a sample packet of pads and tampons she got from school. Oh, that's from the sex ed talk we had in class. The girls received a presentation about menstruation. The school gave you this? Using a tampon is the same as having sex. That's not what the teacher giving the talk said. It's just a tool for absorbing blood. No, you'll be able to feel it the whole time. It said, whoa. Her mom can't even bear to say it. Oh God. Okay, first of all, it's not the same. Second of all, I can understand why you can't even bear saying it. Trust me, if I was a parent, I would not be saying that in front of my kid. It's the same as having sex with a man. The woman giving the talk said plenty of girls use it. American girls get their periods so early because they're thinking sexual thoughts at a young age. It's not natural. You shouldn't be thinking about these things until you're married. After throwing away the immoral tampons, her mom goes off to the living room to watch Chinese variety show. It's hard growing up trusting very little of your parents' judgment. My mom doesn't believe in mental illness, yet genuinely believes in superstitions and auspicious dates, and no amount of proof or argument can sway her. Is Chinese society just decades behind the West? I've yet to meet a white person whose mind works this way. Noelle glances over at the show her mom was watching. Oh God. Oh, what is this, actually? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music or sounds, I guess, for this part because I don't want to get copyrighted. Colorful words and cartoons fly across the screen as cheesy sound effects play. So tacky. It's one of those shows where they interview a panel of foreigners who can barely speak Mandarin. Noelle cringes as silly boing noises are overlaid over the host's jokes. They're just laughing at the foreigners for not understanding the questions they've been asked. Why is this popular? It's so juvenile and embarrassing. I feel like I'm losing brain cells as I listen to this. Disgusted, Noelle returns to scrutinizing the impenetrable paragraph of Chinese she is supposed to be analyzing for homework. What am I even going to use Chinese for? Watching drivel like that? I had no interest in the backwards culture that produced my pathetic, narrow-minded parents. When commercial break comes on, she throws down her pencil. Okay, music's back to normal. There we go. I just didn't want to get copyrighted, guys. I'm sorry. I want to quit Chinese school. Her mom rolls around from the couch alarmed. What? Why? I hate it. It always takes up my entire Saturday. They assign so much homework every week on top of the regular homework I get from school. Noel's dad looks up disapprovingly from the newspaper he's reading. Well, you can't quit. What kind of Chinese person can't even speak Chinese? We'll lose face if you don't learn. Other people would think we're bad parents. Why does it matter what other people think? I'm the one whose limited time is being sucked away by it. My opinion should be the one that matters the most. No, you have to listen to your parents. It's for your own good. You're too young to understand. Almost nothing drives Noelle up the wall more than being told she's not old enough to understand something. Stop treating me like I'm some feeble-minded little kid. I read at college level already. It doesn't matter. You don't have the life experience yet. Some things you can only know from being as old as your parents. So, what? So just because you're older than me, you're automatically smarter than I am? I mean, Noelle has a point, honestly. Like, you can't, like, just because you're older than someone doesn't mean you're smarter than them. Like someone younger than you can be just as smart, if not smarter than anyone else that you know. Yes, I don't accept that. It's your culture. You can't just throw it away. Yes, I can. It's a poorly constructed, archaic language. That's not true. If it's so bad, how come it's worked for thousands of years? You should take more pride in your culture. What is there to be proud of? I'm stuck learning the worst, most pointlessly complicated language in the world. Exasperated, Noelle's parents exchange looks. You're still going to Chinese school. We already paid for your classes this year. Can I quit at the end of the year then? If you still feel this way by the end of the year, fine. You can quit. I can? Huh? No, she can't. Think about it. If she goes to Chinese school with that kind of attitude, she won't learn anything anyway. It's impossible to teach someone who doesn't want to be educated. We might as well at least save money. Yes, the end of the year is pretty far away, but at least the end is in sight now. Quitting Chinese school will significantly free up my schedule. I could probably read a few more books every week. It will be so worth it. When I'm older, I'll be so thankful that I quit. Noelle is so elated that she doesn't even mind being dragged along to 99 Ranch with her mom, a trip she normally gripes is a waste of time. As they browse the fishbowl aisle, her mom's Nokia ring. Oh my gosh, she has a fucking Nokia. Oh, do you guys remember those things? Those freaking indestructible phones that everyone memes about nowadays? Yeah, apparently those still are a thing. Yeah. She quickly brings it to her ear. Hello? Actually, wait. What is hello in Mandarin? I actually always wondered. Oh, it's just ni hao. Okay, I think it's ni hao, right? That's what the character says. I don't know. Huh? There's a pause. Her mom's face falls. What is it? Ama passed away. Ama, Taiwanese term for grandma. Oh, okay. I feel stupid. Ama, Taiwanese term for grandma. Oh. I know I should be sad, but I haven't seen my grandmother for years. I've never had a real conversation with her before. It's like being told a stranger died. Oh. 9th grade. Spring break. Noelle isn't allowed to close her bedroom door, so she's on high alert as she uses the computer. Sounds like my mother's busy washing vegetables in the kitchen. Here's my chance. Noelle quickly searches homosexuality on Wikipedia. I skimmed this page once as research after Akarsha started insisting Dia and Mincy were romantically involved. But I'm positive there was no mention of it being possible for two women to have sexual relations. I would have remembered it. Reread the Wikipedia article click the section. Intercourse hyperlink. Nope. Click the lesbian hyperlink. I'm gonna go with the safer option and just reread the Wikipedia article. Like, okay, but first of all, you shouldn't be trusting Wikipedia for everything. It's not. A lot of teachers like to say it's not a valuable source, and a lot of us as kids like, yeah, of course it is. Your teachers were right. It's actually not a valuable source. It's a terrible source because anybody can edit it to say it whatever you want it to say. So that's why teachers don't really like it. So let's go ahead and reread it. I think that's a safer option for now. Much of the page is devoted to historic and modern day oppression of gay men. There's mentions of sodomy being criminalized. Sodomy? I think that's how you pronounce it. Sodomy being criminalized, along with an image of ancient Greek pottery depicting two nude men embracing that Noel scrolls past very quickly. Wait, this might be something. Anthropologist Stephen? I was gonna go with Stephen Murray and Will Roscoe reported that women with less of though engaged in socially sanctioned long-term erotic relationships. What exactly do they mean by erotic? They need to be more descriptive. No they don't. I'm pretty sure you should know. If you're so smart, Noelle, don't you know what erotic means? Unless she was just somehow a pure innocent soul her entire life. I'm pretty sure she should know what erotic means. She clicks on the citation, but the source is a book called Boy Wives and Female Husbands, Studies of African Homosexuality. There's no way the library carries this book. Click the assault of hyperlink. Oh. Noel scrolls through the page, but there's no mention of erotic relationships. This is a dead end. I tried Googling it, but it might bring up some obscene results. Oh, okay, so we're going back to the hyperlinks. Oh god, okay, let's just go with lesbian hyperlink. That's the second safest one. I don't want to get freaking age restricted, okay? But then again, my videos are not for kids anyway, so Noel scrolls through the page. Most of the page just details historical lesbian relationships. They live such tragic, tortured lives. No Dia knows what she signed up for. Before the late 19th century, the word lesbian referred to any derivative of aspect of lesbos, including a type of wine. Oh. Okay, that I didn't know. In 1890, however, the term was used in a medical dictionary as an adjective to describe tribadism as lesbian love, sexual gratification of two women by simulating intercourse. What on earth is tribadism? Is this the finger thing Nuncio was referring to? No, that's something a bit different, my friend. and I'm not even gonna bother Googling it. Click the hyperlink. The page opens. At the top is a simple illustration of two. Jesus, but I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say that. No, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna read that. You guys can go ahead and pause it and read it if you want. I am not getting myself age restricted. This has turned to a try not to get age restricted challenge. My god. What is this? That face pretty much sums up this entire episode. I am going to sum it up right now. This is gonna sum up the entire episode. I am calling it. Oh my god. This is so risque. Noelle breaks into a feverish sweat as she reads the page as quickly as possible. Oh, she's one of those fast readers. Okay, I actually had a friend of mine in school, right? She actually was able to read things like really fast. She was like one of those fast readers, I guess. I don't know what the term is. There's like a term for it. It's not like skim and scan or anything. It's something different. I don't know what it is. Then, in a panic, Noelle closes the tab and erases her web history and shuts the computer down. I'm loving this already. Mincio was right. I can't believe it. Should such erotic content be allowed on Wikipedia? Anyone can read it. I must destroy all evidence that I have visited this page. Should I install the browser? Delete my user profile? Perhaps set the computer on fire for good measure? Jesus Christ, Noel, calm down. It's okay to be cured. Oh wait, this took place in 2009. Shit. Well then, I salute you, fallen soldier. This better not awaken anything in me. Noel jumps in her chair when she receives a text. Check your phone. Oh god, I'm scared. Certified brain she is. Is it just me, or does King Dedede look kind of sexy in this drawing? Okay, if you guys are wondering, this is an actual image on, I think it was DeviantArt? Although, honestly, it's really, really well made. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's the group chat. Huh? Anyone else? Hello? Anyone care to raise a hand? You're insane! Would anyone else hit it? Hello? Noel? Banging on your door? FBI, open up! Even fucking Dedede a penguin. You're braver than the US Marines. Dia has left the chat room. Min has left the chat room. Oh. Why are you like this? we all have that one friend. I'm so bored. I've been stuck at home all day. Unfortunately for you, I can't entertain you for long either. I have to leave for the airport soon. Oh yeah, you're visiting Taiwan, right? How long are you gonna be there again? I'll be there the entire week. My mom and I will return Sunday afternoon. My dad's saying for an additional week they're there for business purposes. Can I still message you when you're there? Do you have to use a VPN or something? No, as long as I have internet access, we should be able to chat like usual. Really? But isn't there like hella censorship? No, there's nothing like that in Taiwan. It's not as if I'm going to China. Right. Also, what's the difference between China and Taiwan again? / shot. I mean, I know Taiwan's an island, but is it like you said you were shot, yet you still talking like nothing happened? Its own country? I have high pain tolerance. No, you don't. Anyways, I tried to ask in geography class once and everyone started arguing. Everyone started arguing because it's a political question. Oh. Whether Taiwan is a part of China or a separate country is extremely controversial issue. Yeah, that much is true, especially back in 2009. I think, I'm not even sure if, I don't even get involved in politics, so I don't really tend to ask. Why though? To be honest, it's not clear on the details. As I understand it, the dispute is the result of a civil war that was never properly resolved. Huh. So are you Taiwanese or Chinese? Or both? Well, I went to Chinese school as a child, and my parents told me Chinese folk tales. Is that how it works? Just because I speak English doesn't mean I'm English. To be frank, I'm floundering because I've never given it any thought. Lol, oops. I didn't mean to give you an identity crisis. Crisis. Even if I say I'm Taiwanese, hardly anyone knows what that means, even other East Asians. That kind of sounds like how most Americans don't really get Desi identities. How so? Like, they think about it based on country. Like, you're Pakistani or Indian, etc. But other countries weren't split on racial lines. Like, an Indian Punjabi isn't really the same ethnicity as an Indian Guju. But it's all the same to non-Desis because they don't know the difference, lol. Oh, you're right, I don't know the difference. Wait, I know. The answer to what you are. What is it? You're French. Really, the Frenchman thing? Because you're a Frenchman. That doesn't help me at all. No? No! No! L! Later that day, Noelle sits in the backseat as her dad drives them to the airport. She feels a flash of rage when she sees a passing car sporting a proud parent of an honor roll student bumper sticker. Why would you brag about such an unremarkable accomplishment on your car? You're supposed to be an honor roll. It's like buying a bumper sticker that says, "My child breathes air." Her parents would never even bother mentioning such a banal thing. Noelle's mom squints at the airport's signage as it passes them by. Noelle, watch the signs for us. Why me? I don't even know how to drive. You were born here. You read faster than us. Alright. How is it that living here for 20 years, they still haven't mastered English? I mean, cut your parents a little bit of slack, okay? English is one of the hardest languages in the world. I say emphasis on one of them. I'm not saying it's the absolute most hardest language in the world. Wait, unless. Okay, nope, I was right. Okay, so yeah, English is one of the hardest language, but apparently the actual hardest language in the world is Mandarin Chinese. Across multiple sources, Mandarin Chinese is #1 largest listed as the most challenging to learn. The Defense Language Institute Foreign Language Center puts Mandarin in category 4, which is the list of most difficult languages to learn for English. Okay. Well, yeah, it's the hardest language to learn for English speakers, sure. Okay, so it's like, and it's #1 on 10 hardest languages for English speakers to learn. But what about in the world though? Okay, it's the hardest language in the world. Yep, nope, it's still Mandarin Chinese. I can see where Noelle is coming from then. My mom can't even speak English well enough to carry a conversation with a stranger. What have they been doing this whole time? Which way is parking? Which lane? Just follow the arrows and turn right. See, even though I have a PhD, I ever since you were in second grade, you could read highway signs faster than me. Good thing we have Noelle with us. Signs go by so fast. Noelle's dad scratches his head as she directs him through the airport's labyrinth roads. Where is it? It feels like we're just going in circles. We're not. See the sign there? It's parking past the cargo area. Do I turn here? Noelle's heart stops as her dad starts to turn to a street labeled with "Do not enter." It says "Do not enter. Keep straight." Oh. Oh, her dad's a bit of a clumsy type, isn't he? Her dad swerves sharply to stay in his lane. Noelle massages her temples, her heart pounding. I'm surrounded by illiterate idiots. Why does it rest on me, a literal child, to ensure we don't drive into oncoming traffic? They have endless energy when it comes to obsessing over my studies. Why can't they work on their own English instead? As the car rolls into the parking lot, Noelle jolts up in her seat. Wait, this isn't the correct garage. Turn around. Huh? How do you know? That sign says premium parking. Premium means something of exceptional quality or superior. So, isn't that good? Not right now when we are looking for the regular run-of-the-mill parking lot. In this context, premium parking means special parking that's more expensive. Oh! Make a U-turn, we're going to miss our flight. Noelle's mom sighs as the car makes a series of turns. This would have been easier if you could talk to us in Chinese. This would have been easier if your English was better too. Noelle crosses her arms in the back seat, fuming. Why am I the one responsible for making sure we're not separated by a language barrier? You were the ones who chose to move here in the first place. 16 hours later, Taipei. Noelle and her parents take a taxi from the airport to an alley lined with parked scooters. This must be Agong's apartment. We're staying there for a week. Agong, grandpa. Oh, okay, so I'm actually learning this language as I go. So Ama is grandma and Agong is grandpa. I'm actually learning as I go. See, who says this kind of game can't be educational? Who says video games aren't educational? Her mom presses the buzzer. We hear. Come in, come in. After huffing and puffing up 4 stories of stairs, Noelle is drenched in sweat. Da Ayi. Hey. Chunhua. You're finally here. Chunhua, you've grown so big. Yeah, I must have been in elementary school the last time you saw me. This must be one of my cousins. Noelle, don't be rude. Introduce yourself in Chinese. Hi, Mary One. I'm 40 Lei Ying. My pronunciation is so atrocious, I don't know if they can even understand me. What did you say? Lei Yi. Can I just talk in English? Agam doesn't speak English. He only knows Japanese, Taiwanese, and Mandarin. Okay, honestly, that's impressive. If you know 3 languages, that is actually impressive. I am not gonna lie. Even the Mandarin, he's nearly forgotten. Da Ayi gestures at her daughter. She's wearing thick glasses and carrying a huge brick of a book. Noelle, you speak English with Chunhua. She won't go college in America. She very happy practice speaking. Yes, you can call me literature. Is that the name she chose herself? Chinese people have such odd taste in English names. I mean, not really, if you ask me. That's alright, Chunhua is fine. We're the same ages, right? Who do you think is more tall? Chunhua eagerly stands back to back with Noelle so the others can judge. Wait, you're standing on your tiptoes. That's cheating. Huh? No, I am not. Oh, you two are the exact same height. They're both skin and bones. They really are cousins. One US version, one Taiwan version. Noelle glances at Chunhua and realizes with a start that she's right. It's like meeting a version of myself from a university where my parents never went to America. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a closer look. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go with whatever the characters say. A stranger with my face. You're sure I'm not taller? Yes, we sure. That must be Taiwanese. Chunhua gives him an affectionate hug as Noelle awkwardly watches on the sidelines. Meanwhile, the adults launch into an animated conversation in Taiwanese. Oh, so we have no idea what they're saying. I wonder what they're talking about. My Taiwanese is even worse than my Mandarin. I don't know a single word. Actually, wait, isn't Agong Taiwanese? They didn't cover it in Chinese school. Could it be a term exclusively used in Taiwan? It's a really special sort of confusion, not knowing what language you're speaking. Da Yi lends Noelle's parents a spare bedroom so he can put their luggage away. This reminds me how I used to assume Japanese curry was a Chinese dish because my mom made it regularly. If you have a distant relationship with your parents, your culture becomes a nebulous cloud. Is it Chinese to believe pseudoscience? Is it Chinese to have an outdated and sexist worldview? Or is that just my parents, in my particular? How do I distinguish between things peculiar? I cannot read. How do I distinguish between things peculiar to my life and Chinese culture? Chunhua brightly takes a seat next to Noel. Anything you have questions about, you can ask me. Ask about the area, ask about our book. Oh, okay, so we can ask about these two. Let's ask about the area. Tell me about the surrounding area. Let's look outside. Chunhua goes over to the window and points as Noel peers outside at the street below. That way is my house. Me and my mom, we walk over all the time. You must live pretty close if you're able to come on foot. Yes, we are only a few streets away from Agong. Every weekend, me and my cousins spend here. That's so different from my experience. When you are all settled, the 7-Eleven we go and grab breakfast. Breakfast from 7-Eleven? What, you've never had it? It's good. Is it? It wouldn't be all greasy? No? They have fresh tea eggs, hot yams, oden. If you want a prepackaged breakfast, they'll heat it for you too. In America, is it not like that? No, American 7-Elevens are just junk food stores. Chunhua points at the train as it rushes by. Oh, there's a train station near us. We take it a lot. You don't use a car to get around? Not much. When we can't use the train, we ride our scooter. What else do you want to know? Ask her about her book. What are you reading? It's a Chinese translation of a Russian novel. What's it called in English? I don't know. Something Brothers. There's brothers and it's Russian. The Brothers Karamazov? Yes, that sounds correct. I've read it before too. It's exciting. I've never met any... It's exciting! This is exciting. I've never met anyone else my age who reads it. Did you like it? The religious themes were of little interest to me, but I found some of its other ideas thought-provoking. For example, it argues that humans are so deeply shaped by others that everyone bears the same responsibility for their sins of everyone else. Everything we do is a result of a huge interwoven chain reaction of human interactions, and as a result, a crime is never truly one person's fault. It's a societal failure. To Noel's disappointment, Chunhua nods, looking lost. I see. I guess what I said was beyond her English level. I need to scale back to a simple topic. Do you like reading? I like reading. Are you nerdy? The second question baffles Noel. Yes, I suppose. Good, me too. On the wall, there's even a photo of me that what? Actually, I changed my mind. Don't look too much at the photos on the wall. They're embarrassing. What else do you want to know? Ask about the photos on the wall. As soon as we said don't worry about it, yeah, might as well. Tell me about these photos. Okay, if you're sure. They go over to look at the pictures on the wall. The first one's of Agong and Chunhua at the park. There's a small chestnut-colored warbler sitting on Chunhua's arm. Warbler? Oh, it's a type of bird. I feel dumb. That bird, at the park, we found him abandoned. It was because he fell out of his nest and broke his wing. After it got better, we taught him to fly so he could go back to the wild. I see. That's very noble of you. It was Agong's idea. He's quiet, but he's so nice, actually. You seem very close to your grandpa. Your grandpa. He's your grandpa too. Oh, that's right. Tired or embarrassment, Noel quickly moves on to the next photo. It looks old. A swarm of children are building a sandcastle as smiling adults look onto the background. This is me, Wan Ping, and Wan Zhong. Wan Ping and Wan Zhong are my older cousins. They're my uncle's children. Wan Zhong's working right now. Too bad Wan Ping is traveling right now, or else we would have hung out. Where is he visiting? Japan. It's his honeymoon. Honeymoon? Did he get married? Yes? A month ago. Oh, I had no idea. In this picture, the people behind us is Juju, Agong, and Ama. We didn't know it, but that weekend was our last one with Ama. Oh, that was before she died. Ouch, that's a very sensitive topic. Also, sorry if you guys hear noises in the background. I need to wash my blankets at some point. It's not that dirty. It just has weird wood. Like I think it's like wood shavings or something from my new bed frame or something. Anyways, can't help but feel jealous that they had any weekends together. While she was spending every Saturday with her cousins and grandpas, I was at school struggling to learn an entire language, so I could even begin to communicate with them. Chunhua reluctantly gestures at the last photo, which she was clearly saving for last. And this one is of me with all my anime figures. Oh, so this is what she meant by nerdy. It's alright. I have a good friend who's interested in this sort of thing too. Really? She's American? Yes. She sounds cool. I want to meet her. You do? Once Noelle turns away from the photos, Chunhua points to a framed certificate hanging on the wall behind her. You should look at this award too. It's your mom's. What? Really? Yeah, in college she won a bunch of poetry contests. She was even in the newspaper. I had no idea. This is going to sound extremely mean, but I've never suspected my mom had any sort of creative talent. All I've ever known is that she's strict, closed-minded housewife. Here, you should read her things. She's very skilled. Chunhua pulls a magazine out from the cabinet and flips it open to a page of poetry. See what I mean? Some people just have a way with words. It's a big waste. She quit. I guess there wasn't enough reason to keep doing it over in America. Noelle stares blankly at her mom's poem. I can't read any of it. That evening, Noelle and her parents walked to the subway. Here's our train. We should reach the night market in a few stops. I hate taking public transit. The trains are always filthy and poorly maintained. I mean, this doesn't look too poorly maintained. The seats look nice. Well, the seats look nice enough. But hey, don't judge a book by its cover. As they board the MRT carriage, Noelle steels herself for the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes she's grown to expect from American subways. But to her amazement, the car's shiny floors and seats look so squeaky clean you could eat off of them. It's absolutely spotless. Pleasantly surprised, she sits beside her parents in a gleaming plastic seat. Intercom. Something Shipai Station. You can actually clearly hear what they're saying, but it's not indistinct mumbling like on BART. An LCD screen right across from her neatly displays the names of the previous, current, and next stations. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Her phone buzzes. Her heart leaps when she sees that it's a car shot. Really? Why did you send this? I thought you liked me. Even if I hypothetically did like you, why would I want to see this awful picture of you? Personally, I think it's very hot and sexy of me to play video games against little kids at Fry's Electronics and lose. Is that what you were doing? Nah, I'm back home now and playing the game I bought. It's called Portal. Oh my god, I fucking love Portal. Oh, dude. Okay, I actually have a really close friend who absolutely loves Portal. I'm pretty sure his name is. I'm pretty sure they're. Oh yeah, like my school friend Brendan. My school friend Brendan, he loves puzzle games, and absolutely loves Portal. Like it's one of his favorite games. I haven't seen Brendan in years. I should probably see him at some point. Dude, you love it. I don't play computer games. No, you love it. Trust me. It's not like other games where you're some guy shooting stuff. You're a girl, and it's a puzzle game. It's a science research facility. Oh? I'll give you the CD. Just play it. I'll consider it after I return from my trip. Oh, yeah, you're in Taiwan. What are you up to right now? I'm riding the subway with my parents. How is that? I hope they aren't giving you a hard time. Actually, ever since we've arrived in Taipei, they've been in good spirits. I've never seen my mother so relaxed before. She must be happy to be back home and to see her family. Oh, dang! That's good. We're on our way to the night market now. I feel paranoid that everyone can tell I'm a foreigner. LOL, I get what you mean. When I'm in India, they can tell I'm American before I even open my mouth. Just from the way I carry myself. Her mom sighs as Noelle taps out a response on her phone. There you are, addicted to your phone. How am I addicted? Compared to other teenagers, I barely use it. You spend so much time talking to your friends. Friendships are only temporary. As soon as it's inconvenient, they'll all disappear. After I moved to America for your future, not a single one kept in touch with me. The only people you can trust is your family. I was so far away from all of mine. The life of an immigrant is a lonely one. Is she hoping I'm going to console her or thank her for making such a brutal sacrifice for my sake? It was her own decision as a full-grown adult to move here. It wasn't up to me. Her mom sighs heavily as she stares out the window. There's a message she's always trying to impart on me. I'm lonely because of you. Noelle watches the scenery fly by. Also, if you guys are wondering why the scenery moves around like this, it's cause you can move if you put your mouse into the game. If you put your mouse on the application, you can move the background around like that. It's weird and wonky, but okay. I'll try not to disorient you guys with it. After half an hour, the train arrives at their destination precisely on time. Let's look for clothes. You need new ones. But I have plenty of clothes already. They all have holes in them. You just throw them away already. Noelle browses through a sea of clothing racks for her parents. A hideous pair of beige pants catches her eye. This would complement many items in my wardrobe. She turns it over in her hand, searching for a price tag, but it's missing. I'm going to ask how much these trousers are. Do you know how? Are you serious? Of course I know how. Miffed, she marches. How do you pronounce that exactly? I've never seen that word in my life. Okay, so yeah, it's pronounced miffed, and apparently it means somewhat annoyed or peeved. I've never heard that word in my life. She marches up to the stall's cashier and shows her the pants. Might I ask how much are these pants? 200 NTD. That's about $7. What a bargain. I waste by this. What'd you say? I stumbled over pronunciation. This. I want to buy this. Okay. Shame Noelle doesn't dare speak another word as the cashier bags her purchase. Excellent. Simply superb. After 6 years of Chinese school, I still can't speak, read, or write in Mandarin. She finds her way back to her parents, who are just finishing up their purchase of a neighboring stall. I'm hungry. Let's get dinner at the food court. What for? The food stalls are all over the place. We can just eat at the shop. We can just eat as we shop. No, I want to properly sit down somewhere and have a meal. Noelle follows her parents down the flight of stairs to the underground food court it's a bizarre space that reminds Noelle of a mirror maze. They sit down at a stall and Noelle scans the menu, which is conveniently printed directly on the surface of the table. Something chicken, something soup. Noelle has to pick her dish based on the pictures like a toddler would. Do you know what you're getting? I'll order the oyster omelet. It's seldom seen in America, so I should take the chance to eat it here. As the stall worker comes over and takes the parents' orders, Noelle mentally recites hers, and determined not to be rendered an inarticulate child again. I know this kindergarten level vocabulary. I want oyster omelet. That sounded a tad crude, though. In English, I'd normally say, I'd like to have the oyster omelet. What do you want to order? I want oyster omelet. The woman jots her order down on a pad of paper, nodding. Are you American-born Chinese? Huh? My Chinese is that bad? I am. I could tell. I guess from your accent. So heavy. Noel's mom sighs as the woman walks off to prepare their meals. All the students at Chinese school wasted. Noelle smirks to herself like, heh, I knew it was a waste. Their food arrives within minutes. Noelle tries the gooey spoonful of her oyster omelet. It's delicious. You would never guess this only cost $3. Really? Let me try. Her parents each taste a spoonful of the oyster omelet and shrug unimpressed. This is below average, but I've had way better ones around here before. Yeah, this isn't really what it's supposed to taste like. Well, I'm never here, so I couldn't have known that. Annoyed now, Noelle takes another bite of the oyster omelet. This is the best thing I've ever eaten. Oh god, my throat is dry. Jesus. I should find out what this place is called so I can find it again. She looks at the name of the stall, but it's in Chinese. I can't read it. I better savor it while it lasts. This omelet I can only taste once. All too soon, it's over. Noelle sighs as they get up to continue shopping. You should have tried harder to convince me to learn Chinese. Are you serious? We told you not to quit so many times, but you never properly explained why it was so important not to quit. All you did was give me condescending lectures about how I was too young to understand why it mattered and how I'd be an embarrassment if I didn't learn. English is our second language. It's hard to explain things to you. And it's true, you are an embarrassment. Last week I saw our neighbor's son Michael mowing the lawn and greeted me in Chinese. Hello, auntie. What is auntie in Mandarin? Okay, so auntie in traditional Chinese is ayi. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Yeah, it's ayi. It's ayi. See, that's what happens when you listen to your parents. Michael goes to Taiwan with his family every summer. That's the reason he's more fluent, not because he was a superior child to me. Why didn't we just visit Taiwan more often when I was younger? That alone would have made me more interested in learning. I feel like I've been trying to understand Chinese culture by looking at it through a soda straw until now. You think we didn't want to visit Taiwan more too? The airplane tickets are expensive. We have to save up for years just for one trip. Oh, but even so, you should have done more to show me speaking Mandarin could be a positive experience. Why do you always speak to me in English even though you can't fully express yourselves in that language? If you'd conversed with me in Chinese from a young age, I would have naturally picked it up from daily use. We thought you'd have an accent if we did that. We were worried you wouldn't fit in at school. But that's ridiculous. There's no way I would have developed an accent when everyone else I interacted with spoke English. I would have grown up bilingual without any ill effects. Resigned, her dad shrugs. Well, too late now. What can you do? Last day of the trip. Noelle and her relatives visit the columbarium housing Alma's ashes. Oh. My mom visits this place every time she's in Taiwan. Noelle follows her grandpa to a worship hall. We crossed an ocean to see my grandpa, and I barely spoken a word to him. It's not out of lack of interest. He must have lived a fascinating life. He's the only grandparent I have left. But how do you gain access to the heart of a stranger? Where do you even begin? Tell me about yourself? Who says that to their own grandfather? It would sound like a job interview. Even if I knew what I wanted to say, what am am I capable of saying in Chinese? Today is Sunday. I'm a student. She watches Chunhua take a lotus petal from the glass bowl and offer it to the giant Buddhas. Noelle, we're going to pray for Amma. Take a flower petal from the bowl over there. Can I pray in English? If you have to. Unsure what she's supposed to do, Noelle does her best to imitate her parents. Hello, Buddha. I seriously doubt that you exist, but I'm sure Amma was a wonderful woman. Chunhua deposits her lotus petal in the bowl before the Buddhas, her eyes shining with tears. Oh, I miss Amma. Da-ai. To Noelle's surprise, her aunt embraces Chunhua, like it's the most natural thing in the world. They're so comfortable with each other. Is that how mothers and daughters are supposed to be? When I look at my mother, the first emotion I feel is stress. Noelle deposits her lotus petal in the bowl and joins Agong, who is waiting to his side. He smiles awkwardly at her as they stand together in silence. What should I do? Should I build a relationship to in broken Mandarin? Tell him I like reading and my favorite color is green? Noelle? Oh my god. I didn't even know her favorite color was green too. If you guys know my channel for a long time, you probably noticed a particular person in the comments. Their name is literally I like green. They're actually a good friend of mine. I feel like they're gonna try to force Noelle to join their green cult. I'm not gonna lie. Or do I let the moment pass me by, saying nothing and remain strangers? Am I a terrible person if that's what I do? Come on, we're going upstairs. After an elevator ride, they arrive at the floor housing her grandma's ashes. Amma's over here. Noelle follows everyone down the hall to one of the niches. The only thing distinguishing it from the others is this tiny name tag on the door. Not that I can read it. Even if I could, I don't know the names of any of my relatives. At this point, it's too embarrassing to ask. Even Chunhua's name I only know by sound. I have no idea what it looks like. Noelle's dad points to the units beside Amma's. Your mom and I bought our spots too. Already? You're only in your 50s. There's a limited number, so we made sure to reserve them before they were all gone. I suppose my parents are fairly old. They didn't manage to have me until their 40s. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I can kind of understand where parents are coming from when it comes to that kind of thing. Going off of an average American life expectancy, they probably have around 25 years left. Noelle's mom wipes her eyes as they open the little door of Amma's unit. Will I cry when my mother dies someday? I'm starting to seriously worry that I won't. What kind of monster does that make me? What kind of cold, heartless person cares so little about her own parents? Is there something wrong with me? Do I just not form emotional bonds as deeply as ordinary people do? When they get back up to Agong's apartment, Noelle and her mom begin packing to leave. Are you all flying back tonight? Actually, my dad will be in Taiwan for another week attending to business matters. So my mother and I are flying back alone. Aw, 1 week was too short. As Noelle fits the last of her clothes into the roller bag, Chunhua takes a seat, putting a thick tome out of her backpack. Noelle feels a twinge of sadness as she watches her cousin read her huge academic-looking book. If I grew up in Taiwan, we probably would have become close. Suddenly, a strange thought occurs to Noelle. if I grow up here, my personality be shaped into something more similar to Chunhua's. How much my personality is just a product of being raised by an immigrant helicopter mother with no friends or family around to balance her out. When my mother and I have gotten along, the magazine Chunhua showed Noelle earlier was still out on the coffee table, taunting her. I'm finished packing, so I have some time to kill before we leave for the airport. Maybe I can translate the poem my mother wrote. Oh. Noelle digs her emergency Chinese to English dictionary out of her backpack. I was being a petulant baby in elementary school. All I have to do is preserve and power through learning the language properly this time. I will simply look up each word that I don't know and burn its pronunciation and meaning into my memory. Unfortunately, she doesn't know a single word of the poem's first line. After spending 15 minutes pounding 7 words into her memory, her enthusiasm evaporates. This actually is incredibly difficult. I'm not surprised that I have nothing to show for my 6 years of Chinese school. I feel like the knowledge is just washing over my brain like water over plastic. Is my brain just not wired for this? Could it be genetic? Even after living a majority of their lives in America, my parents haven't mastered English yet either. It takes another 15 minutes for her to finally overcome the first line of the poem. At last, on to the second line. And I already know all these words. Mirror, flower, water, moon. It's total gibberish. It's supposed to sound poetic, much together like that. Mirror, flower, water, moon? Noelle feels the urge to tear the magazine to shreds. Perhaps noticing her hands quaking with barely suppressed rage, Chunhua peers over Noelle's shoulder to see what she's reading. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just translating one of my mom's poems. Why don't you ask your mom for help? I'd rather die. Oh, okay. Maybe I can help instead? Where are you stuck? What's this supposed to mean? I have no idea what that says. Oh, that's how do you call it? A saying, like the lesson of a story. Flower in the mirror, moon in the water. Oh! Pretty much it means something that you can see but never grasp it. Like a flower reflected in a mirror or the moon shining on the water's surface. Yes, you can't reach your hand through the mirror and take the flower out. It's impossible. You can only look and never have it. I see. So mirror, flower, water, moon is shorthanded for something beautiful but unattainable. Pretty much. Da Ai cheers as Noelle's mom manages to zip her bulging suitcase closed. Ready to go to the airport? Let's go. Noelle gives the half-translated poem one last despairing look before flipping the magazine shut. Is that what I've been chasing after this whole time? A flower in a mirror? If only I get straight A's, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If only I land a summer internship, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If only I become fluent in Chinese, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. What if it was never possible from the start, no matter what I did? That evening, Noelle and her mom make a landfall in California. Instead of driving home, from the airport, they take the BART back. Noelle wrinkles her nose as she inhales the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes. Dad's car is parked at the airport garage. Why not just drive it home? Dad's car is parked at the airport garage. Why not just drive it home? We wouldn't be able to get gas. It's not safe for women to pump gas. It's so easy for a criminal to grab you and drive away. We live in one of the safest suburbs in the entire U.S. Is that why she always has my dad pump the gas? Besides, I can't read fast enough. When you're driving on the freeway, the signs pass by so quickly. Noelle reluctantly sits down on a filthy, worn seat with a suspicious brown stain on it. Ew! The conductor mumbles something unintelligible over the intercom as the train stops at a station. 6, Miss. A breathless man enters the train car just in time before the doors shut. His eyes frantically scour the interior. Does this train go to Berkeley? It does not. This is the Fremont train. Shit, I need to get off at the next station. As the train continues onwards, Noelle notices a puddle of liquid traveling down the floor. What is that? Did someone spill their drink? Ah! Fucking nasty, that bitch peed in her seat. What? Disgusted, Noelle recoils and keeps her feet as far as possible from the pee spreading on the floor. So fucking gross, fucking bitch. Biohazard, please evacuate at the next station. What is he saying? The urine is a biohazard. We need to get off the train at the next station. Once the doors open, Noelle and her mom hastily drag their luggage off the train onto the concrete platform. Maybe we should have driven after all. I didn't know Bart was like this. We're still several stops from our destination. Noelle and her mom wait on the bench for the next train home. 9-car train to Fremont in 6 minutes. Our next train will arrive in 6 minutes. Okay. Good thing I was here with you, or else I wouldn't know what train to take. Exhausted, Noelle stares at the dark line of trees ahead of them. It's cold. Why are we here? Because the hobo lady peed on the floor? That's not what I mean. Why did you move from Taiwan to America? To give you more opportunities. That doesn't make any sense. Taiwan is superior to the US in every conceivable metric, and it's not even close. Taiwan has socialized healthcare, more robust public infrastructure, and one of the lowest poverty rates in the world. Americans live shorter lives. Even worse, they're not as good at math and science. Hey, not cool. That's not even remotely true. We're just as good. Taiwan was different in the past. All you see is Taiwan now, but it didn't used to be that way. In America was strong. We were scared China was going to invade Taiwan. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is entering political territory. I'm not really good with this kind of thing. But they didn't. In all this time that we lived in America, nothing's happened. That's true, but it could have happened. But the plain truth is that it didn't. You could have just stayed put, but stay put. I could have grown up in Taiwan like Chunhua. The rest of my cousins. Everything would have been fine. But we didn't know that. You think we had a crystal ball telling us the future? Noelle's mom perks up as the train screeches to a stop at the platform. Fruitvale, Dublin, Pleasanton train. Is this our train? No, it's not. Noelle's mom settles grumbly back on the bench. You know how Chunhua wants to study in America? Yes. I told her not to do it. It's not worth it. I didn't realize how hard it would be. You'll be far from everyone you know. And your kids will understand what you're talking about. You can't communicate with them. I didn't know that if you have kids in America, your kids will be American. That wasn't obvious to you? No. The next day. Noelle waits for her friends for the baseball club meeting to begin. Hey, Dia! How was Taiwan? It was amazing. The subway system, it was so punctual and efficient, and the signage was so clear. If you ever visit Dia, you don't have to be afraid of getting lost or not hearing the announcements like you do on BART. Everyone there is meticulously organized their recyclables too. If people fail to sort their materials properly, the government will fine them up to $200. Wait, they do that in Korea too. Interesting. Perhaps Korea is more similar to Taiwan than I thought. I bet Korea did it first, then Taiwan just stole it. What makes you think that? Dia listens with a small smile as Noelle continues extolling the virtues of Taipei's trash collecting system instead of describing any of the landmarks she visited. You must have liked it there. You're right, I did. What do you call it when you're grateful for things your parents have done for you, but at the same time you feel like they made critical mistakes that probably affect you forever? Isn't that just life? Honestly, Dia could not be any more right. Oh, I suppose it is. Damn it, my shoelaces keep coming undone. Noel glances to her left where Akarsha is crouched over tying her sneaker laces. Why have you tied your shoelaces like that? This is the Silicon Valley, Frenchman, the land of innovation. Did you get me any souvenirs on your trip? No. Huh? Meanie. I didn't get anyone anything. We had limited luggage space. All we brought back were snacks that can't be found here, and dubious beauty products my mom wanted. Dubious beauty products? Like what? Nail clippers with bombs in them? Why would there be a nail clipper with a bomb in them? All I meant was products with questionable value like skin whitening cream. Wait, skin whitening cream? Like to make your skin lighter? Yes, Chinese beauty standards are all kinds of messed up. It's been ingrained very deeply into people's minds that the lighter skin is the better. That's just like in India. Yeah, oh my god, I thought it was just a brown thing. You guys have colorism too? Oh, is it similar to your culture? It's a whole thing, you have no idea. I would argue I do have an idea. My mother even tells me not to spend time outside to avoid getting a tan. Oh, my mom does that too. They have those dumb as fuck skin creams in Korea too. It's the same. Yellow and brown parents, they match just like pig's poo. What the fuck, man? Akarsha, have you ever considered not speaking? How mean. The second I open my mouth, you all jump and slap my balls. You don't have to word it like that. Do you have to word it like that? I'm trying to use more phrases with the word balls in my normal conversation. Why? I don't know, I just think it'll have more flavor. Seams assemble. I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously after that. The teams gather around Chris and Liz as they begin the meeting. So we've got good news and bad news. Good news, we have a game today. Bad news, it's just the Niles baseball team again. They're the only ones who would play us again. That's not surprising. We either win by pulling some weird shenanigans or lose so badly we get mercied. There's no in between. So most teams we play aren't exactly eager for a rematch. We had to swear up and down you guys this would be normal this time. So y'all better not be weird. Alright, we Yakusoko. What? That's how you say promise in Nihongo, aka Japanese. Is everyone ready to go? The other team got here early. Oh, the teams walk over to the field where the killer whales are already warming up. Oh wait, isn't the killer whales where Dia's friends are in? Like the only other guys that we see in the story? Thanks for being willing to play us again, guys. Oh, Jun! I haven't seen Jun CO since Min's perspective. No problem. Time for our revenge. Yeah, right. We destroyed you guys last time. What? Well, that was before our secret weapon joined the team. Secret weapon? We got a new guy who's pretty good. Oh yeah? Where is he? Jun CO and Hayden look around amongst their teammates, but the seconds pass, their faces grow more and more alarmed. I'm actually not sure. Maybe he got lost on his way driving here? Yeah, that seems typical of him. It's fine, we can wait a few minutes for him to show up. 20 minutes later. No one came. He's decidedly late at this point. I can't believe this. Where the heck could he be? Did Did you try calling him? He didn't pick up. Well, it's not like he can answer the phone if he's driving. You guys are pathetic, making up some guy to blame your loss on? We're not making him up, he's real. And we didn't lose yet? Stop jumping to conclusions. Is it okay if we start playing without him? If he turns up later, he can join the game then. Yeah, sure. As the killer whales file into the dugout, Noelle starts trekking to her spot on the right field. She scowls disdainfully at the barren patch of grass as she passes it. Crystal likes pointing to that tiny patch and going, I'll defend that area, so you cover the rest of the field, okay? I hope that grass grows back soon, so I don't have to keep hearing that joke. Hey, wait. Noelle, you're playing second base today. I am? Why? Yeah, why? She ducks and covers whenever the ball comes her way. That's exactly why she needs to do it. I'm taking AP Psych, and I found out something called exposure therapy. It's where you make someone do something they're afraid of until they stop whining and get used to it. That doesn't sound like the textbook definition to me. Krissa, then how come when we went on the demon ride at Great America, you had your eyes closed the whole time? That was before I knew what exposure therapy was. Wait, but I was second base. What happens to me then? You're playing left field now because you run fast. We're moving a whole bunch of people around, not just you two. Krista thinks she's a mega mind master now because of AP psychology. Hey, I never said that. Noelle begins trekking to second base. I do feel a bit better equipped to man the second base now than I did when I was first roped into this club. I don't like to appear underinformed, so a bit after our first game, I read the baseball rulebook from cover to cover. Still, I really hope no one hits the ball my way. Just surprised, Akarsha is already standing by second base. Bonjour! Why are you here? I'm the shortstop. I'm supposed to be here. What? Aren't you supposed to be closer to third base? Says who? The diagram in the baseball rulebook? Nah, the shortstop's position mirrors the second baseman's. You're supposed to work together and vary your positioning to anticipate where the batters and runners do. You know? See? Right, I knew that. So we're both covering the same base. Won't that make things unnecessarily confusing? You're like a duo. It's a good thing. Yeah, we should negotiate who does what in different situations. Alright, fine. How about you cover second when there's a runner at first? And field the ground balls close to us. And also take care of fly balls. You're just trying to get out of doing as much work as possible. The game kicks off, and to her relief, Min quickly strikes out the first batter. Good. Just do that 2 more times and we get to bat. Hayden digs into the batter's box. Min throws a floater that curves up towards his head for a moment before dropping back towards the strike zone. Ugh! Instead of swinging, Hayden flinches backwards out of the way. Strike! What's with you? Nothing. I'm just making sure I don't get hit in the mouth. I had a dream last night and my teeth were falling out. That's what you wasted your dream on? It's not like I can control what I dream about. Min hurls another pitch his way, but instead of dancing like usual, it pretty much just sails straight down the middle. Rah! Hayden manages to make contact and drives the ball into the grass. It bounces into the air for one singularly terrifying moment. Noelle sees it coming straight at her. Egad! I hate ground balls. Noelle covers her face with one arm and half-heartedly attempts to catch the ball with the other. She braces for impact, but nothing hits her. On the mound, Min manages to intercept the ball by catching it behind her back without looking at it. Whoa! Even Min herself looks shocked that she caught it. Just because it's cool doesn't mean he's out. Throw it to first. Min hastily lobs the ball to Liz. It just barely beats Hayden to the first base. Out! Aw, man. That was close. As Hayden heads back to the dugout in the field, there's a distant shout. Sorry I'm late. Some guy is sprinting down the hill with killer whales at top speed. Sorry. Sabhan, where were you? The killer whale player sighs despondently as he joins his teammates. I was driving over when all of a sudden a spider crawled on my leg. So obviously I crashed the car. Obviously? Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just knocked the street sign over. Isn't that a crime? How big was the spider? Like this big? He pinches his thumb and index finger together to demonstrate. So small. It was all hairy. Practically speaking, it was equivalent to a spider twice as big. Even if it was twice as big, isn't crashing kind of an overreaction? No? Whatever, just get up to bat already, it's your turn. This guy seems like a coward. I wonder what makes him their secret weapon. Saban digs it behind home plate. Standing on the other side of home plate, he must be left-handed then. Min hurls the next pitch and the batter shifts into blunting stance at the last second. He's not even going to try to hit it. He starts to run towards the first base. The ball glances off his bat, sending the baseball bouncing towards Liz. She's forced to rush forward to field it, leaving first base unmanned. I got it! By the time she scooped up the ball, Sabhan is well on his way to first base. He's fast! Frenchman! Oh, I need to cover first base since Liz isn't there. The ball blatantly runs towards the base so Liz can throw the ball to her, but Saban beats her there. Killer whales cheer as Saban overruns the base. Yes, Sub-Zero! Sub-Zero? That's me. They call me Sub-Zero because I'm cool. So cool. Huh? No fair. I want a badass nickname. Isn't Sub-Zero a Mortal Kombat character? I'm pretty sure they did that because he likes Mortal Kombat or something. Oh please, like what? Like Sub-Zero? You're just going to copy him? Sayida shakes her head as Sub-Zero basks under his teammates' praise. Who the heck bunts to get on base? I mean, if you're fast, it's doable. Lefties have a huge advantage when bunting too, because they're already 2 steps ahead where righty batters are when they lay down the bunt. That's so cheap. Well, that's the essence of baseball, no? Cheating and being cheap. I thought the essence of baseball was friendship and teamwork. Oh, yes, that too. I fucking love Liz, dude. She's just the most hilarious character in this. I beg to say that she's funnier than Akarsha. She's just that funny. Junseo was up to bat next. He swings at the pitch. The knuckleball suddenly swerves outwards as if sensing the bat, dodging it entirely. Ugh? Dia misses the ball by a mile too. She rips her mask off and chases after it. Yeah! Sub-Zero takes off running towards second base. He's taking the chance to steal. I need to tag him out. Dia secures the ball and throws it to Akarsha. Got it! Never mind, looks like Akarsha's supposed to cover second base here. Sub-Zero skids to a halt halfway between the bases. Oh no. Because it was his choice to run, we need to actually tag him with the ball. Akarsha charges towards him as Sub-Zero turns around and flees back towards first base. Throw it to me! Ha! Akarsha lobs the ball over and Liz tags him out. No! Nice one, Akarsha. Akarsha, who's that? You? I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Sub-Zero. No, it's not! The team switch sides. As Noah crosses the field, she's struck with a peculiar awareness of where she is. Barely a day ago, I was on the opposite side of the planet. I was in Taiwan where the garbage trucks sing Beethoven's Fur Elise while collecting trash. And now I'm here playing baseball. I'm wearing a little cap, sweating and running on grass. Why am I here? It's a mistake that I'm here. Hello, Earth to Frenchman. What? You didn't hear a thing I said, huh? My apologies, what was it? I said it's hot as balls out here. Not this again! So what were you so lost in thought about? Nothing really. It's just strange knowing I would have led a completely different life if my parents had stayed in Taiwan. I would have been someone who was close to her family, someone who wasn't ignorant of her own culture. Maybe I would have been a better person. Aw, I like you the way you are, though. And if your parents didn't move, we never would have met. Of course, because obviously that makes up for everything. Akasha grins and the inside of Noelle's palm prickles. This is so peculiar. Is this what extreme anger feels like? But right now I'm only pretending to be annoyed for comedic effect. The sensation is so unbearable she wants to scratch at it until it goes away. I mean, you went there on vacation. You're probably looking at it through rose-colored glasses. They probably have tons of struggles over there that you're clueless about. Even so, the standard of living there is on an extremely different level. This is backed up by actual statistics, not just my personal opinions. I don't know, man. It's not good to wallow too long in self-pity, or else you'll get lost in the sauce. Sauce? What sauce? It's a metaphor for being out of touch with reality. But I like to imagine barbecue sauce. The rest of the scene's cheers Dia bats Krista in. Oh, they're not just walking Dia like last game? I told John I'd shave his hair off in his sleep if he did that again, cause it's not fun for Dia. Who's up next? Me, time to reveal my special technique. Wait, she better not be trying that getting hit on purpose thing again. Oblivious, Junzio throws the basketball at Akasha. Akasha leans into the pitch, causing the ball to bounce off her elbow guard. We walk to first base. Huh, you can't do that on purpose. The guy on the Niles team who's serving him as their umpire pages through his rulebook with applause. Does it say that in the rules? Actually, it's not relevant whether Akasha caused the ball to hit her or not. Per Rule 207 Section 40 of the NFHS rulebook, there's no distinction between the act of touching or by being touched. Seriously? Thank you, baseball lawyer. Mwah. Actually, just last summer, Rule 734 was added, saying that the batter shall not permit a pitch ball to touch him. But it's not really my job to remind them to update the rulebook. But still, that's not fair. You may not like it, but this is what peak baseball looks like. Even in Major League Baseball logo is a guy getting hit by a pitch. What are you talking about? It's a guy swinging at the ball. No, really picture it. The ball is so high up. Look how close it is to him. It's too late. There's no way he's gonna be able to hit in time. It's a guy who's about to get beaten. No way. She's right. It really is a guy about to get hit. I rest my case. Akasha jogs to first base victorious. Alright, I'm up next. There's already 2 outs. I better not strike out. On the bright side, Dia and Akasha are both on base. If I can somehow hit this, we can end this inning with a massive lead. Noel swiftly strikes out, missing it by a mile with each swing. Drat, I blew it. There. Did you try? Yes. But did you fail? Also yes. Wait, I think those are the wrong order. Forget the order. Why mention me failing at all? The team switched sides. As Noelle trots to second base, she crosses paths with Dia on her way to the catcher's box. Dia, do you have any tips for hitting the ball? Dia considers it for a moment. It's easier to hit the top of the ball than the bottom. Bad for hitting home runs, but you'll strike out less. Yeah, at this point, I'd be thrilled to hit any of the ball. You think I can differentiate between the top and bottom half? Dia appears not to have heard Noelle's response, and has walked away. Thanks, I guess. The killer whales cheer as the batter hits a grand slam off one of Min's pitches. Woohoo! We're tied now. Each hit and die. Min strikes the next 2 batters out with quick succession, but the third gets a solid hit. Maybe I can catch this. Noelle leaps for the ball that flies over her head and bounces to center field. Got it. Krista fields the ball and then tosses it back to Noelle. I need to throw this to first base. Noelle throws the ball with all her might. It plops almost straight to the ground and begins rolling away. Liz leaves first base and grabs the ball. By this point, the runner is approaching second base. Another pickle. Liz and Akarsha need to box him again. Akarsha! Who? She's not cooperating because she wants to be called Sub-Zero. Call her Sub-Zero, don't call her Sub-Zero. But if we say the name, won't the guy get confused? I have no clue what to do. Fine, I guess we can call it Sub-Zero. Oh hey, that's me. Akarsha catches the ball, Liz throws her and quickly tags Junseo out. No! Another win for Sub-Zero. You're disgusting. Next to Noah's noble sacrifice, the teams maintain their deadlock with the Killer Whales for the next few innings. It's the bottom of the last inning. We just need one run to cinch our victory. Unfortunately, Saida and Krista rack up 2 outs right off the bat. Gomena, sorry, Dia-sama. You're our only hope. After letting 2 balls go, Dia swings at a fastball. She drives the ball into right field, and everyone holds their breath as she rockets towards the fence. It smashes into the middle of the fence, just a couple of feet too low to clear it. Too bad it wasn't a home run. Too bad I'm about to beat the shit out of you. Kidding, Dia did great. Dia sprints around the diamond and slides into second base, just barely beating the throw. Safe! Akarsha cracks her knuckles as she gets up from the bench. Time to use my special technique. Wait, are you going to get yourself hit by a pitch again? Yeah. Back when I was in Little League, I saw a batter get beamed in the face. Krista, do you remember? He was on your team. Huh? Oh yeah, that was so scary. He collapsed and was just lying motionless on the ground for a while. He looked like he was dead. Poor kid had to be carried off to some kind of stretcher. I think it knocked out one of his teeth, right? Yep. Actually, maybe he would have died for real later. Maybe? Anyway, you trying to get hit on purpose just reminded me of that. Oh, okay. This must be a new scare tactic she's trying. Plus, this is our only real chance to bring Dia home. We have 2 outs, and Noelle will probably strike out at her at bat. No offense, Noelle. None taken. So getting walked here would just delay the inevitable. We should try to create an opportunity for Dia to run. So I gotta actually hit the ball? Aw, man. No pressure if you can't manage it, but do your best. Say no more. I'm going serious mode. As Akarsha walks up to the plate, she tosses her bat in the air, spins her around and tries to catch it behind her back. She doesn't spin around fast enough and the bat just clatters to the ground. Akarsha picks the bat back up and points it at Junseo. Your pants can't wait. What is that even supposed to mean? She's trying to confuse you. Don't let it get to you. Disturbed, Junseo quickly pitches the ball to Akarsha. Akarsha whips it for a strike. Whoopsie. We're all going to be haunted by that P comment now, and it didn't even work. The team holds their collective breath as Junseo lets his next pitch fly. Akarsha smacks it into the foul territory. Strike 2. If you waste Dia's double, I'll hit you. Krista taps the sign she and Liz taped to the dugout fence. No hitting allowed. then I'll scream really loud in your ear. So it'll destroy your eardrums. Liz has a second sign taped to the fence. No screaming allowed either. God damn it. Junseo winds up again, and meantime, Akarsha has gone suspiciously quiet. Akarsha leans in so she gets hit by the pitch again. Not again! Great going, you just lost us the game. Yeah. Akarsha races towards first base like her life depends on it. Guys, why is she running? Tag her, she tries to steal second. Hayden quickly throws the ball to Subban, but the first baseman, Akarsha, hastily stops in her tracks. Uh-oh. Come back here! Akarsha turns around and scrambles back the way she came with Subban on her heels. What's she doing? There's no benefit in retreating all the way back home. As Akarsha nears home, Subban hurls the ball back at Hayden, who lunges forward to tackle her. They've panicked and forgotten the basic rules of baseball. All they have to do is tag first base to force an out. Can they do that? She was hit by the pitch. She's entitled to first base. Good point. Guys, don't forget Diaz running too. Huh? Diaz slides home in the confusion. Yeah! Min runs over to home base and starts furiously kissing Diaz. Hayden chases Akarsha back towards first. Get off the playing field. The game's not over yet. It's not? I thought we won. The run won't count if Akarsha is the third out before making it to first base. Or if they can tag her out. I don't know anymore. As she's trying to weasel past Saban, Akarsha trips on her own shoelaces and collides with him. Ah! Akarsha bangs her head on Saban's knee all the way on her way down. Oh my god! Akarsha! Without thinking, she runs over to where Akarsha is lying motionless on the ground. Akarsha, are you alright? Akarsha doesn't respond. Coming from Akarsha, the silence is 1,000 times scarier than if she had been screaming. Please be alright. Is Noelle crying? Oh, she's actually crying. Oh my god. Her voice comes out all choked and funny. Noelle realizes with horror that she's crying. The world would be all place without you. Ow. Dazed, Akarsha slowly begins to sit up. Noelle is so relieved that she tearfully pulls Akarsha into a hug before a mixture of other emotions catch up with her. Wait, what am I doing? Her heart pounding, Noelle hastily shoves Akarsha away, sending her crashing back to the ground. What? You absolute arse! You scared me! Don't ever do that again! Noelle frankly wipes her tears away as Akarsha wobbles back to her feet. Oh, that's gotta hurt though. The knee colliding with your head, that's gotta hurt a lot. Did Diaz run count? Unfortunately, no. My understanding is that Akarsha ultimately violated Section 4 of Rule 8. She made a trip 1 week later, Dia blearily looks up from her textbooks as Akarsha takes her usual seat in front of Noelle. How's your head? Oh, I'm all good now. The nurse just told me I had to rest up for a few days. My parents made me see a doctor over the weekend too, and he said the same thing. That's good to hear. I wish I could have used this as an excuse to get out of the bio test today, though. At least we have a multicultural week assembly in 3rd period. You can use that as extra time to cram. I want to watch at least some of it, though. I heard there was going to be K-pop part. Noelle's heart does a nervous little stutter as Akarsha turns all the way around her seat to face her. Do you remember the poster that was in the nurse's office? No, what poster? It said if your hands are bigger than your face, you have cancer. That doesn't sound right. Why would that be the case? Swelling? Just to check, Noelle puts her hand over her face to compare their sizes. Akarsha slaps Noelle's hand so Noelle smacks herself in the face. Akarsha! Akarsha bolts as Noelle chases after her. The bell rings. This concludes Noelle and Akarsha's daily morning scream fest. Once they're back at their desk, Noelle glowers at the back of Akarsha's head. I can't keep my eyes off her. It must be my body's natural defense mechanism in response to threats. If I hold her hand, it'll prevent her from doing the "why are you hitting yourself" move. And if I embrace her, she'll be completely immobilized. Yes, there are perfectly reasonable explanations for all these strange urges I'm feeling. Noelle, honey, just admit you have a crush on Akarsha, okay? There's nothing bad about that. Seriously, we learned from Akarsha's perspective. She likes you too. In 3rd period, Noelle's teacher leaves the class to the gym to watch the multicultural assembly. Most of her textbooks have their heads buried in the biology. Most of her classmates have their heads buried in biology textbooks as they walk, desperately cramming for impending test. Pistil. Yeah. The ovule producing part of the flower. Next. Xylem. Plant tissue that moves water and stuff around. Next. What's stuff? Like stuff, stuff. You know, Akarsha, I've never actually seen you study for something so in earnest before. Yeah, well, I decided to actually try normally for once. I think I have too many lies and weird plots going on at the same time, and it's tiring me out. Fool, nuisance, liar. I want to know everything about you. Oh my god. This is kind of one of those love-hate relationships, you know? Like you hate them for being so dumb, but you can't bring yourself to hate them completely. You just love the fact of how dumb they are. I want you to tell me every thought in the neck that's ever crossed your mind. Sepal. The outer part of the flower, the green leafy part. Why am I so infatuated with her? Now she realizes! It can't possibly be that I fancy her. No, surely not. I must have grown used to the concept of Dia dating men, but I have no intention of being in a relationship like that myself. Even now that I'm aware it's possible for 2 women to copulate, that changes nothing. Homosexuals can't even legally get married anymore. Oh, wait, was that a thing in 2009? I mean, I was a kid back then, so I didn't really know. Oh, this was a thing in 2009. I just looked it up, and apparently it says on April 3rd, 2009, a unanimous Iowa Supreme Court ruling upheld a lower court ruling in Vernon v. Bryan that denying marriage rights to same-sex couples violated the state's constitution. Huh. So I guess it was actually legal in 2009 for, unless I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. It seems unwise to pursue a lifestyle reliant on the mercy of a government that's as unreliable as our own. Akarsha gives her an odd look. Why are you glaring at me? Oh, is that how my face looked? I haven't done anything yet. Yet? Ugh. Noah walks straight into someone in the class walking ahead of them. Yeah. Oh, hi, it's you guys. Oh, hey, what's up? I posted the first chapter of my webcomic. I saw every page has like 4 comments. Is that good? I have no idea how to gauge webcomic success. Esther, you're like a celebrity now. Oh, I want to see. Here, I scanned all of the comic pages in my sketchbook. She holds her sketchbook out so Noelle, Dia, and Akarsha can read it as they walk. This is not scientifically accurate, but at least it's easier to follow than that accursed English video we made. Hey, were you really in high school if you didn't act like a completely incomprehensible movie with your friends? No, Akarsha has a point. Is that Noelle? Huh? Where? Dia points to a panel showing a character crumpled up on the ground. Wait a minute! Is this traced from a photo of me? Yeah, but sorry, I made sure to tweak some things. Her personality was completely different from yours, and I changed her hair color to white. Why white? Is she old? No, it's because she's albino. She has red eyes, too. Okay, but what if people still realize this is based off my likeness? Looks like someone already did. Sure enough, Min has left a comment on the page where the albino Noelle was getting her ass kicked. Lamau, get wrecked, nerd, god of Halo! Oh, I fucking love Min. That's the price of knowing an artist. Sorry, next time I'll ask for permission first. Esther, you're coming to Fanime with us, right? Yeah, I begged my parents to let me go. We should cosplay as your character to help promote the comic. What? No! The anatomy is so bad. I made a bunch of mistakes on everyone's outfits. You're famous and you're still saying that BS? You created this with your bare hands. So what if it's not perfect? You're God. Like, whatever, do what you want, but I'm wearing normal clothes. You're seriously gonna be too cool for anime while attending an anime convention? It's not like you can wander in by accident. I call dibs on Stella Luna. Then I get Kagami Izuna. Wait, I wanted to be Kagami Izuna. Noelle hangs back with Dia as the others argue, trying to process the confusing tangle of feelings about not being the center of Akarsha's attention. She watches Akarsha's ridiculous gait as she walks the one that apparently marks her as an American in India. Question, do you ever feel like love is a choice? Like you could potentially fall in love with someone else? You're not in love with them, but if you wanted to feel that way, you could. But if you ignore it, it'll pass eventually. Isn't that just regular love? No, I'm not talking about regular love. Like what you and Min experienced. There was no preventing that. Two of you were drawn together with the force of a freight train. But this isn't like that. This is more comparable to someone reaching a fork in the road. Because I can obviously control my emotions, especially ones that aren't useful to me. I'm not a wild animal. Even if you could control your emotions, why don't you think they're useful? Because they would derail my entire life. There's insufficient evidence to suggest the subject in question will reciprocate my feelings, so perhaps this is putting the cart before the horse. But in the unlikely event that things actually did work out between us, it would be extremely inconvenient for my plans. What plans? You know, just the default ones. Essentially to secure a respectable job, marry a similarly successful man, and spawn 2 well-behaved children in the suburbs before I'm 30. I'd be throwing away my prospects of leading a normal life just for the pleasure of being tormented by a silly little clown every day. Dia gives her an odd look. She looks like she's struggling to piece together a very complicated puzzle. What? Nothing. If the person doesn't fit your goal, shouldn't you update the goal? I can't. It's the only outcome my parents see as acceptable. If I don't adhere to it, they'll badger me day and night. They'll never let me hear the end of it. Don't they already do that anyway? Oh, yes. they do. You're right, no matter what I do, I'll always find some new issue to latch onto. Why am I so desperate for the approval of two people whose opinions I don't even respect? I wish I could rewire my brains to only crave approval from people that I hold in high esteem. Like me? You would be included, yes. Aww. Then I'd want you to adopt 1,000 dogs and start exercising. 1,000? But you can read some books too, as a treat. Your manner of discussing this makes me sound like your pet hamster. Noah follows her class into the rafters. Dia, over here. Min worms her way over to them through the crowd. I escaped from my class. Escape? Are they gonna come looking for you? Nah, I lost them. You better have. I'd better not get caught harboring a fugitive. Did it hurt when you were born with that huge stick up your ass? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. What the hell is this anyways? Multicultural week? Yeah, that. Many of the other schools that I went to did this. At lunch, there's samosas and Cold Stone cupcakes. Cupcakes! What? For free? No, you buy them. All the clubs sell something for the fun days. I heard there's also Musubis. What's the baseball club selling? Curry pizza, I think. Ooh. Akasha takes a seat at the end of the row against the wall. Min begins to sit down next to her. Suddenly, Dia grabs me by my shoulders and turns her around to face her and kisses her full on the mouth. Who brought this on? Oh, damn, get a room! Baffled, Noelle squeezes past him and sits in the spot Min was about to take into Akasha. What was that for? Not that I'm complaining. Dia whispers something into Min's ear that Noelle can't catch. What? That doesn't make sense. Are you sure? Maybe half? Class president. Tinikling is one of the most popular folk dances in the Philippines. This dance originated on the island in central Philippines. Noelle and Akasha continue to cram as their fellow students showcase a variety of cultural performances. Dia lets out a huge yawn and rests her head on his shoulders. You tired? Stayed up late studying. I'll wake you up if anything cool happens. Man, I wish I stayed up late cramming too. I'm so dead. We have the entire assembly to study. If you want to live, stop whining and start reviewing. Yes, ma'am. What part of the flower will turn into a fruit? Oh. I actually don't know. I actually don't know this. I'm pretty sure it's ovary because the petal is always around the thing, so I'm guessing it's the ovary. The ovary. Ding ding ding. You didn't by chance ask that question just to make me say ovary, did you? No way. How immature do you think I am? Last period, you asked me to guess what number you were thinking of, and it was 69. Well, you're the immature one for guessing it right. How am I the immature one? I guessed it because I knew you were always like this. Shut the fuck up. Dia's sleeping. Not anymore, she isn't. The tinikling dancers bow and run off stage. Now that they've reached a lull in the conversation, Noelle is hyper aware of the waist side of Akasha's thigh is pressed up against hers. Why did I have to meet you? Why do you have to be so funny and make me so happy? You've ruined everything. Next up is Chinese dance. Chinese dance has 1,000 years of history. A troupe of student dancers wave colorful fans to an idyllic sounding Chinese song. Do you know what the song's about? I wish I could tell you. I haven't the faintest idea. When I was younger, I was so eager to cast the Chinese part of me aside because it was difficult, and now I regret it. Hey, no judgment. I'm whitewashed too. Does it even bother you that you can't speak any Indian languages? Maybe a little? It would be cool to know. That's all? You don't feel guilty for being uncultured? Excuse you, I'm plenty cultured. Yeah, I'm gonna eat curry pizza and destroy the sport of baseball and even enjoy the company of a Frenchman. You know what I mean. It's not the traditional culture your ancestors experienced. Is that such a bad thing? It's different, but it's pretty cool in its own way, too. If I really want, I can always pick up Hindi or something someday. But you've already missed the window of time when children pick up languages almost readily. I think plenty of people learn languages later in life, though. I mean, yeah, Akarsha is right about that. I feel like Dia and Min have learned a ton just from teaching each other. That may be possible, but it's not optimal. Dude, whose life is optimal? You're not a robot. Just take what you can get and be happy. Easier said than done, but duly noted. Speaking of robots, did you try playing Portal? I did. What'd you think? It made me motion sick. I kept having to pause because I was on the verge of throwing up. Oops, sorry. But I did enjoy the witty dialogue and the song at the end. Wait, which song? Does she mean Portal 1 or 2? Because she's saying Portal, so I'm thinking it's the first game. The first game was still alive, right? So you still played all of it? Yes. Even though it almost made you hurl? What choice did I have? You told me to play it. Oh yeah, I guess that's friends do. Isn't GLaDOS so hot? The sadistic artificial intelligence who's trying to kill you? That's the whole appeal. She's scary in a seductive way. Like, her voice gets all low and sexy when she's insulting you. Did you hit your head again? Something's definitely not right in there. K-pop, as we know it, would not exist without the... Woo! The K-pop dance troops injunction was clearly drawn out by a chorus of high-pitched screams. Oh, that's cute. I'm not sure I would characterize those banshee-like screams as cute. No, not them. Next to you. Noelle turns to Dia, sound asleep in Min's arms. Min's gazing at her like she's an angel that just fell down from heaven. Makes Noelle's skin crawl, so she quickly looks away. So disgustingly in love. I can barely bear to look at them. Right? It's like staring directly at the sun. It's all obvious. Sometimes I kind of wish that we're more my style. Do you really? It's not exactly my style either. Yeah, I guess not. Noelle carefully maintains a mildly distinguished expression as she watches Akarsha read, just in case she's caught staring. If I cast this part of myself aside because it's difficult too, will I come to regret it later? Hey, do you remember the time my brother hijacked my computer and typed all this crazy stuff to you? What? It was a few months ago after school, remember? Oh, I forgot about that. That was odd. Yes, I remember now. Why? I lied. That wasn't my brother. That was me. Okay? Akarsha goes back to reading her biology textbook, though her legs now jittering up and down. I feel like I was just told a joke whose punchline flew straight over my head. Why would it matter that it was her and not her brother? What exactly did she say? Noelle! Girl! Akarsha likes you! Come on! Open your eyes, fam! As she racks her brain, it doesn't costume. Jeez. Okay, I apologize for that. That was a fire alarm. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Okay, I apologize greatly to any of you who heard that freaking blaring noise. That was my fire alarm. Sometimes the apartments I live in, they sometimes test the fire alarms to make sure that they work. Honestly, it's very annoying when you have to record a video and they're doing that shit. It's so annoying. A dozen costume seniors take the floor. Thank you, K-pop. Thank you, K-pop. Up next we have Senior Bhangra. Bhangra was originally a folk dance from farmers in Punjab. There's Krista and Liz. Wake up! Seniors, come on down. It's okay if you don't know the moves, follow our lead. Is it okay if people don't know the moves? I guess they all try to copy the group that's learned the dance. Won't that look hopelessly unsynchronized though? They can't possibly dance in proper unison on the fly. Why don't we see ourselves for ourselves? Let's dance. Akasha stands yanking Noelle up with her arm, with her by the arm. What? We're not seniors. Come on, no one's gonna notice. I can't focus anyways. Noelle balks as her friends weave their way into the crowd of amateur dancers. I don't dance. Come on, you don't need to be good at something to do it. They all try to copy the others, clapping and raising their arms to the beat. Arms a beat late each time. This looks like shit. Oh balls, this is harder than I thought. I told you, we look like fools. That's okay, so does everyone else. Already out of breath, Noelle looks around the chaotic blur of Asian nerds flailing their limbs around them. It's true. This must be a group of some of the worst dancers in the world. With renewed confidence, Noelle spins in what turns out to be a completely wrong direction. Dia rears back to avoid crashing into her. To Noelle's surprise, Dia belatedly bumps into her, sending her flying to a car shop. That almost seemed deliberate? What? Pardon? Aww. Akasha tries to pull back, only for Min to smack the back of her head in retaliation. Ow, what was that for? This air is mine. Huh? Noelle grabs Akasha's hand for balance as they collide again. Isn't this fun? This is a hellhole. This is paradise. Aww, so cute! Akasha laces their fingers together and Noelle can feel it. A hair... Oh my god, Dia and Min are looking at each other like, yeah, we know what we did. Akasha laces their fingers together and Noelle can feel it. A hairline crack racing through something foundational within her. It's an utterly terrifying yet exhilarating sensation, but she doesn't let go. I have feelings for you. She whispers it as an experiment that... Sorry about that, that was the fire alarm again. So that it's impossible to hear over the roar of the crowd and the music. But it feels like a small daring victory, like the first steps on the moon. Like a butterfly breaking out of its chrysalis, all soft, naive, and crinkled. Maybe with 2 left feet and a few days late to the party, but alive, so alive, trying to process the blinding, beautiful, wild world she's broken her way into. What'd you say? Akasha twirls her, and Noelle gives up on suppressing the giddy smile on her face. Nothing. Maybe I'll tell you later. Be that way, Burger King. That's not even the slogan. They dance and dance, all stupid and struggling and happy. So much pain and misery in this school. It's twisted all of us into strange, flawed shapes like butterflies born on a fool's spring. But it's the circumstances that gave us you and me, right here, right now. Kant wrote, out of the crooked timber of humanity, no straight thing was ever made. Now and how we long to be straight, forgetting there's beauty in the crooked things too. We'll never live our lives our parents wanted us to lead. And that's okay, because we'll forge something brave and new instead. It won't be the same, but it'll be ours. And I won't ever let that go. Aww. So cute. Oh? Oh? What's this? Wait, is this live footage? Wait, that's it? Oh, come on, you can't possibly tell me that's it. No way. Hold up. Okay, I don't know if I can mute this music. Okay, so I figured out a way to try to mute the music so I don't get copyrighted. I don't want to get copyrighted, okay? Music fails to... Oh, dude. I actually loved the music of this game as well. The music in this game was awesome. My heart will go on. Blooming, Daydream, Little Circle, Night Taurus, Rumas, Side by Side. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, trust me, I just muted the music earlier. I don't want to get copyrighted, okay? Credit song morning. Each character. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Credits performance classic 20 MSJHS class of 2016. Aw. Look, they're all having fun. You can't tell me this is it, though. Opposite of special thanks, confetti. Thank you for playing. Oh, come on, that can't be it, right? There's got to be more. There's no way that's it. I refuse to believe it. Oh, the future. Oh, there's more. There's actually more. Well, were they open? No. What do you think? It's 1 in the morning. Of course Home Depot wasn't open. There's gotta be somewhere else you can buy bolt cutters. At this hour, I'm not optimistic. Guess I'll die then. How else are we gonna get them off? I'm afraid we need to go to the fire station for help. Stop laughing. This isn't funny. This isn't funny? We're going to a fire station with me half naked and handcuffed, and it's not funny? You really can't get more dressed than that. I mean, my arms can't go through the sleeves. Hold still. Oh? Oh, so this is... Wait, did my girls end up together in the future? I am so proud. I give up. Good enough. Good enough? If only I had a humiliation kink, this would have been perfect. Doesn't Min have a katana? They do? Do? Or at least some kind of sword. Maybe we could use it to slice the handcuffs off. What? You want a surprise amputation tonight? No. And you're sure the key didn't fall behind the dresser? May I ask what was going on here? I looked everywhere. It's gone. I'm convinced that in these scenarios, small objects stop obeying the laws of physics. It's never happened any of the times I handcuffed you. That, my dear, is called luck. Whatever you say, Skunky. Stop calling me that. Fine, Skunko Pop. D. Gray Man. And don't brainstorm horrid new nicknames for me. But you're basically begging for it with hair like that. It's not as if I grew gray hairs on purpose. Then how come I don't have any? You're intolerable. My girls! Noelle seizes the front of Akarsha's shirt and yanks her forward, crushing their lips together. Akarsha makes a small noise of surprise and grins as she deepens a kiss, coaxing her lips so her tongue can slide inside. At the start of the night, she tasted like watermelon lip gloss, but that's long been kissed and smeared away to oblivion. Noelle can't help but think, why bother? When will you learn? I'll always kiss through every layer of crap you put between us. But just until it's just me and you. When they part, their breath's ragged. Neither of them can come up with anything witty to say. I love you. I love you more. That's impossible. No, it's not. I love you times infinity. There, I win. You can't multiply infinity. Infinity is a concept, not a number. So is love, for that matter. Well, too bad. I did it. Love you times infinity. Noelle sighs, but she doesn't bother hiding a half smile tugging at her mouth. If you're going to speak nonsense, then I love you times infinity plus 1. Aww. Now get in the car. I have work tomorrow morning. Akarsha tries to respond as Noelle opens the door for her, but she's laughing so hard it takes her several attempts to get it out. The firefighters, they're gonna look outside and see. Prius driver dressed like Frog and Toad and me. What's wrong with driving a Prius? Just get in already. I love you times infinity minus 1. I love you times infinity minus 2. Oh, okay, how mean. My girls got together! Oh, I'm so happy! I fucking love those two. Oh my god, and that was the end of it. Oh, I fucking love this duology, man. It's so good. But anyways, personal thoughts. I love the story. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. And I'm so happy my girls got together. I'm so happy about that. Like, I love Dia and Min, but come on. Noelle and Akarsha, I am okay with it. I definitely love it. Like, the class nerd and the class clown getting together. That's something you never expect. And I love it. I love unexpected things in stories. Like, where it's just twists and turns and stuff like that. Though it kind of makes me question what they were doing exactly. And how they got into the situation. No, well, anyways, we'll probably never know. Anyways, that's gonna do it for Butterfly Soup 2. Oh my god, I really wish it didn't have to end. But yeah, I really love this story. It was awesome. I can't wait to see more things like this. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. And if you're coming back on the regular and you aren't subscribed, why not? You're coming back anyways, you might as well subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason.